Alright, we're recording, and today I wanted to have a discussion on cord cutting, and if it is indeed cheaper than something like Comcast or just traditional cable. So let me load up Vivaldi. Oh. And this is why I hate Vivaldi. It doesn't start full screen, it starts minimized for some fucking reason. There's no way to change it. There's a few other reasons why I don't use Vivaldi full time. Mainly because it's based off Chrome and I don't really like Chrome too much. So here we are. So let's look up Comcast. First up, their website fucking sucks. Are you looking for a simple, tell me what you got shit? Well, fuck that. We're gonna give you this complicated bullshit. I don't need any of this shit. And notice, valid street address fucking necessary. I don't fucking know. I'm not putting out my address here. I don't mind you guys knowing my fucking zip code, but I'm not fucking putting out my address here. There should be something that lets me pick and choose, but there's not. This entire fucking thing is a nightmare. I've now clicked how many fucking buttons? And, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I've clicked about 5 buttons and finally I get to where I'm going. Fuck that. And I'm not in New York, I'm using a fucking VPN, by the way. Ready to see something funny? Went up. How much? It went up $10. You want to save money? Sign in for a 2-year contract. Fuck you. And that's for a gigabit. That's 150. That's about what I'm paying now. But it doesn't. That's super triple. It's not available in my area though. I know that. Need to enter a street address. Fuck that, I'm not doing that. So, let's just look at what it gives me here. For fuck's sake, who gives a shit? So, we're just looking at, fucking, just channels right now. This is about the same as it is my $85, okay? So, that's for 260 channels. And that includes HBO, Showtime, Turner Movie Classics, which is fucking useless unless you're old. My grandfather's into it, I'm not. I doubt anyone in my age range, so millennials and zoomers, are going to be into fucking Turner Movie Classics. Hits and Epics. Don't know what the fuck Hits is. Epics kind of sucks. I've actually had them. My biggest problem with Epics and anything in general is if I can't subscribe to you directly, you're fucking useless. I refuse to sign up for a service where I have to go through a middleman, whether it's fucking Apple, Roku, or whatever, because then down the line, if I decide, well, fuck my Apple TV, I want something else, I still have to pay Apple for you. Or I have to cancel and move it somewhere else. That's a fucking nightmare. As opposed to me just subscribing directly, I can take that shit wherever I want. I'm not locked into a fucking device. And that's my problem with Epics. So what do we say it was? $85? $85. Okay. Actually, I'm going to use my calculator on the phone. So $85 is the price to beat. That's for 260 channels. Keep in mind, most of them are fucking useless. So, right off the bat, it's my YouTube channel. Pluto, first of all, is fucking free. If you don't have Pluto, get yourself Pluto. I'll make this bigger. There we go. Pluto has hundreds of channels, and I mean that in every sense of the word. They have dedicated horror channels. They have all this great shit. You got MTV, so if you want to watch 16 and Pregnant for some fucking reason, I have no idea why you'd want to watch half this shit, but it's got it. It's got Spike. Spike TV is pretty cool. I like 1,000 Ways to Die. Degrassi, if you want to watch that. If you got Fuse. You got all these channels. You got your news. You got the Addams Family. I love that channel. You know, you got your dedicated channel. You Dog the Bounty Hunter for some fucking reason. You got Comedy Central, so you can laugh your ass off. You got sports. You got all this great shit. And it's 100% free with ads. It's basically regular TV, like Comcast, but it's free. So let's start off with Pluto. That's what we're going to build our package with. So far, we've got a pretty great cable package, and we're not paying a fucking penny. So let's go into documents here, and let's look at my bills. I'm going to show you what I actually pay for. And why Comcast kind of sucks. And why streaming kind of sucks. We'll get to that in a second. The computer sucks. Everything sucks. Come on. Alright. It's loaded. Okay, so I don't count Amazon because that's not just for the Prime Video, that's mainly for everything else. So we're going to minus $14.99 for HBO. Actually, let's do this by the number and not just round up shit. $84.99. Minus $14.99. Minus... where are we? $8.99 minus $10.99 minus $5.99 $9.99 Funimation $5.99 minus $7.99. And I'm having a problem with DC Universe too, by the way. It used to be the problem was if I changed my debit card for whatever reason, I would have to cancel my subscription, wait for it to clear out, and then resubscribe. Now you can change your debit card, but if you don't have the money in there for whatever reason, because something went wrong that month, excuse me, you then run into the problem of it declines, and it just cancels it. It doesn't let you re-update your debit card or retry it or anything. It's the entire payment system on that app is a pain in my ass. $12.99 for Netflix. Okay, so we are 36 cents more right now. I'm paying 36 cents more than you would be paying Comcast. That's not a lot more. It's 36 fucking cents. It's not even a dollar. The difference is I'm not locked into a contract, and as you can see here, for the first 12 months, which means it's going to go up. They're also going to charge you taxes and fees. That's not included there. So, for the price of Comcast, just cable alone, I basically still have HBO Showtime. I don't have either of these. I don't know what the fuck they are. And what that includes is actually quite a good channel lineup. I don't know if you guys have seen Verve, but Verve actually used to be better than it is now, technically speaking. I'll log in later. So, I still haven't logged on to this on the web. Verve has a bunch of channels, so I can actually look at it right now and tell you what channels they have for my Apple TV, actually. Let's see. Oh, the other one you want to get is Stir. So, for Verve, you have Boomerang, Cartoon Hangover, Crunchyroll, High Dive, Mondo, Nicksplat, which is classic Nicktoons, Rooster Teeth, and something called Verve Select. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. VRV. Now, I used to pay for Boomerang separately. When AT&T bought Time Warner, I was actually really happy that they made Boomerang one of the fucking channels. I'm really conflicted though because HBO Max is coming out, and I already pay for HBO itself directly, so I'll just be upgraded to that free of charge. Thank you very much for that. I like when they do shit like that. What I don't like is HBO Max now includes Boomerang. I already get Boomerang. There's a redundancy in here, and it mainly comes down to AT&T does not know how to run a fucking business. I don't know why it's suggesting fucking Alabama. The website sucks. Stir is basically kind of like Pluto, though. All these websites fucking suck, really. Free TV websites are terrible. The apps are great. Especially if you're running a VPN and shit and all these ad blockers on your fucking web browser. It's not worth it. A lot of them you can't even update your account unless you turn off your fucking VPN. I think Stir might be down right now. But you get a few channels, including comments, basically over-the-air shit. Nothing special, really. Yeah, I think it's down. It's not working. I'll come back to that later. But Verve used to also include Shudder. And they used to have Funimation. They no longer have Funimation. They have High Dive, so now I have to subscribe to Funimation and Shudder separately. So that's an extra... Well, I was paying $10 for Verve originally. Now I'm paying $10 plus the cost of $5.99 and $5.99, so about an extra $12, if give or take. So because of licensing bullshit, I'm now paying an extra $12. Now, I remember when it was just Netflix and Hulu. Those were the two. Just Netflix and Hulu. And Hulu was fantastic. It had all the channels day after they aired. Then it got slightly better with, no commercials. But then Fox bitched about it, and Fox was like, no, we have to have commercials. So Hulu's like, okay, you watch a commercial before, you watch it after. And so basically I just watched one commercial, because as soon as it was over, fuck that, I'm out. I didn't want to watch the second commercial. Nowadays, Hulu is not worth the fucking money. I mean, most of the shit they had when they first started, gone. There's really not much worth it. I mean, if you had Hulu from the beginning, it's not worth it anymore. It just isn't. They've cut so much shit out of it. And it's really a shame. It really is. But, like, this is where we are in cord cutting, where I'm paying as much as a cable package. Granted, I'm not paying the taxes and fees, so I am saving some money, and they can't raise the fucking prices on me, like Comcast would. So I'm safe there. But I can still justify it because at the end of the day, I'm paying for what I want. I'm not just paying a flat rate and getting 260 channels of God knows what the fuck's there, and I have no idea. And half of it I'm never going to watch, so why am I paying it? And I think that's kind of the problem with cord cutting right now is cable companies are losing money. I mean, they are losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers right now because no one wants to pay them. And not everyone is like me who's going to subscribe to like 8 fucking streaming channels. But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, if I have a choice between paying Comcast for a bunch of shit I'll probably never watch, or custom tailoring a cable package, I'm going to choose the custom tailored package because I'm going to watch a lot of shit. And that's kind of my problem right now, is I watch so much shit, it's back and forth between so many apps. And it's going to get more expensive because this is the road we're going down, where every company can't just fucking get along and shit. No, they have to have their own fucking streaming app. And it's really a nightmare for cord cutters. And it's even worse if you're one of the people who most of your content, like me, comes from Warner Media. Because right now, I am subscribed to HBO, DC Universe, Verve, VRV, and then I am borrowing someone's cable login for Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. So that's 4 or 5 channels that I am paying out of pocket for. So I'm pitching in for the cable so I can use the internet with my grandfather. That's 4 or 5 channels I'm paying to one company. And think about this for a second. And I want to focus on Warner Media here. And I bitched to them directly on Twitter about this, because I have no fucking clue what the hell they're doing. They're coming out with HBO Max, which has like a bunch of channels baked in. Great. Great idea. But you should have used VRV as your foundation. It's already a platform with some weird name. You could have just changed the name to Warner. Put the gay show-tuned frog from the 90s up there. I don't fucking know. And just put channels there. Combining HBO and Cinemax was smart because you have 2 different movie channels. You could have just combined them, and that was smart. But using it as a foundation to put like a bunch of fucking channels in was stupid. And I think this is going to be the problem because AT&T has, what do they have for streaming apps? They have AT&T Uverse, AT&T TV, DirecTV Now. We're up to 4. They have HBO, HBO Go, HBO Now, up to 7. They have Verve, 8. They have DC, which is going to become redundant because HBO Max. 4. HBO Max, 10. We're up to 10 different fucking things they have. And then they have Cartoon Network and Adult Swim, which you can't even sign up for anything with that. I mean, it's going to be included in HBO Now, hopefully. But as of right now, you have to get a cable. There is no fucking way. As a company, if you are competing with anyone, how the fuck does it make sense for you to have 10 fucking different streaming services? What the fuck, AT&T? I mean, it's already bad enough you have the worst customer service. But it now seems like, yeah, you've done some good things. You've rechanged it to Warner Media. Cool. Rebranding's always good. Not always, but in this case, whatever. I mean, you're trying to get things going, you're doing some good shit. You put Boomerang in, so I'm saving money, but then, oh wait, now I have to spend $12 extra because you fucked up the deal with Shudder and Funimation, so now I have to go subscribe to them directly. That's $12 out of pocket I now have to pay because you fucked up some streaming deal. But at the end of the day, you have 10 fucking different services to subscribe to. Think about this. Netflix, Hulu, Disney, whatever. One fucking service. AT&T has fucking 10. What the fuck? And this is the problem. They need to look at Hulu and they need to look at Sling. And they need to build a package where you get all the shit they own, and then if you want live TV, you pay extra. That's what they need to do. Are they going to do that? Probably not. Because they're fucking idiots and they can't do anything right. I mean, read the customers' reviews of their internet service or anything they have. I mean, it is very clear they have no idea what the fuck the customers want. And as someone who has, in the past, sold drugs, not trying to brag here, I'm mainly pointing out that I know how to look and see what people want. And what needs to be done to streamline and shit like that. Not the best analogy to use here that I used to sell drugs, but whatever. The point is, AT&T doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, how the fuck, as a company, can you sit here and complain, oh, we're losing money, we're losing hundreds of thousands of TV subscribers, we don't know what to do, we bought Time Warner, we have all these channels, we're trying this, we're trying that, we got HBO Max coming, it's gonna be great. No, it's not. You're still gonna lose fucking subscribers because you have 10 different fucking streaming services. You need to streamline this shit. And it's really coming off as anti-consumer when you have 10 different fucking streaming services. Because no one in their right fucking mind is gonna pay for all 10 of these. They're just not. I mean, it's bad enough I'm paying out of pocket for, let's see, 3 of them? But I'm not gonna go out and pay for 8 more because you can't streamline shit. And this is what's going to kill Warner Media. I mean, I've said it numerous times on Twitter. AT&T is going to drag Warner Media into the fucking ground and bury it. Because they don't know how to streamline this. And rather than anyone, and I know I'm coming off as an asshole on Twitter to them. I'm like, you're going to bury this, you need to do this. And I seem like an asshole. But I do it because they own all the content I grew up watching. Whether it's, Boomerang, which has Flintstones and Scooby-Doo and all that shit, DC, all the shit I grew up watching as a kid. And DC Universe is the killer, man. I mean, a lot of the shit that they own isn't on there. How are you going to have a fucking app called DC Universe and half the fucking shit you own isn't on there? The 90s Swamp Thing TV show, for example, isn't on there. A lot of the animated movies they came out with aren't on there. They're just now adding some of them. I mean, say what you will about Disney. They are one of the worst fucking companies to deal with. But holy shit, at least they know how... And their app is fucking terrible, by the way. If you have a 4K device, throw that shit in the trash and get an HD device, because Disney will ruin your internet speeds. I mean, there's been numerous complaints. If you have a 4K device and you have capped data, it's just going to chew through it. Few people have complained about that. I mean, I'm lucky I have an Apple HD and not a 4K, because fuck that. Also, I don't have a data cap, so I don't really have to worry. I'm looking at my TV, by the way. But at the end of the day, everything Disney owns, literally everything Disney owns, is on that app. Granted, you can't watch some of it right now because they have a current deal with someone else like Netflix or whatever. But they knew enough to throw everything they own into the kitchen sink and give it to you. Or on a plate, I should say. They threw it all on a platter and they gave it to you. They put it right in your face. AT&T needs to look at Disney and they need to realize, hey, we have a huge library of shit. We need to streamline this. I doubt they're going to. Because I've now complained to them 5 times. Granted, I come off like an asshole, yes. But the fact that they're not willing to listen to customer complaints, that they suck, and this is what they need to do to fix it, is a problem. And they're going to lose money. And customers are going to be pissed. Because no customer wants to pay for 10 different streaming services to get the shit you have. When, I mean, you imagine Disney right here. I'm paying, what, $8 a month for their shit, for everything they have? It's $12 if you want Hulu and ESPN, which they also own, by the way, because it's fucking Disney. But you see the problem there? They own 3 different things. They're not making you pay for all 3. They're like, well, bundle it and give you a deal. AT&T can't even do that. And this is the problem with cord cutting. Is these companies got greedy. They didn't want to come together and sing kumbaya and all this bullshit, which it's a company, of course they don't want to do that. They want to make as much money as possible. They're fucking greedy assholes. But it comes to the cost of the consumer. Because now we're back to cable packages again. And yeah, we're not exactly saving money anymore. We could be, if some of these companies streamline their shit, like AT&T. But we're not because of this shit. And it's not just AT&T. NBC's coming out, and I have no idea what the fuck they're going to include. I mean, if I download the USA app or whatever on my fucking Apple TV right now, all the channels they have are there. How dead is this? 28%? I don't fucking care. I'll be done soon. All the shit they have is there, so I'm hoping the NBC Universal comes out with that so I can pay for sci-fi directly instead of paying $35 fucking to Sling TV so I can get it. Because that's fucking retarded. And I don't want to do that. And I'd much rather just pay them like $10. But this is the problem with cord cutting. How long is this video so far? 26 minutes? I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want this to be too long. So, if you're thinking of going with cable, I would advise against it. Simply because the price you see online isn't really the price you're going to be paying. There's going to be fees. $85. So how many cable boxes do you have? That's going to be an extra $15, $20 a month. There's all this added shit. And it's just not worth it. It's much... Yeah, sure, you're not really saving any money anymore, cord cutting. You could be if you're not like me, paying for 8 different fucking services. If you're just paying for 1 or 2, yeah, you're going to save some money. Go that route. Especially because you can customize your cable package to no end. You can custom tailor what you want to watch. And I think at the end of the day, even though I'm paying as much as I am with cable, I'm still in the right here because I'm not paying for shit I don't want. And that's great. That's a great feeling to not pay for shit you don't want. And I think that's going to be the end of the video. It just pisses me off, you know. As a customer, I'm constantly having to deal with this shit. And I know I shouldn't be pissed off at this, but fucking Christ, man. I mean, I just want to watch TV and be entertained, and it's fucking 2020. And, granted, I'm paying as much as I am for fucking cable, but Jesus Christ. I'm paying for 3 different fucking apps from one company. And that's fucking ridiculous. And HBO Max is going to come out, and it's going to give me some redundant shit. I mean, it's not just Boomerang, it's also DC Universe. It's just this redundancy of bullshit with AT&T. And ultimately, my problem with cord cutting comes down to AT&T. It always will. Because they are the fucking worst company to exist. If Verizon had bought Time Warner, I'm betting you we wouldn't be talking about this right now. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, Comcast sucks. It's not worth the money. Fucking Christ. It's just not. And you're better off going and building your own streaming package, whether it's 1 or 2, whatever. If you like reality TV and shit, sure, Hulu might be a good deal for you. Probably not. At the end of the day, Hulu is a shell of its former self. It just is. And, this is coming from someone who had it from the beginning. And gave up on it as soon as it went to shit. As soon as Viacom pulled all this shit and CW said, fuck you, we don't want you watching our shit without ads. You have to watch it through our fucking thing, which has the same ad like 50 fucking times in the course of half an hour. I mean, that thing has more ads than I have F-words to drop. F-bombs to drop. yeah, this is the state of cord cutting. And, it's fucking embarrassing, man. It's fucking embarrassing. It fucking sucks that we have to go through this, but what it is. Anyway, it's been half an hour. I'm gonna end this video. I'll probably make another one in a couple of days because I want to do an update to this video of what equipment should I buy if I'm cord cutting. Newsflash, don't buy Roku. Don't buy fucking Roku, man. Roku fucking sucks. Alright, I'm out.